Getting back to the breaking news now, State Senator Scott Wiener announcing that he is running for Congress to try to take over Nancy Pelosi's seat.
Yeah, let's get back out to Will Tran live in San Francisco with the state senator this morning. Will.
Let's not waste any time. The state senator has been patient as we worked out some of our kinks here. Let's get right to it. Senator, why are you running at this particular time?
We're at a really dangerous and important moment in time in our country's history with rising authoritarianism by Donald Trump, attacks on immigrant and LGBTQ communities, and the rising cost of living around housing and health care. And these are all issues where I've delivered on for the community for years, and I'm really excited about being able to, the possibility of taking that work to Congress.
You have a huge name. You're a household name in California, I dare say throughout the nation, but also there's another person who is an icon, Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Did you hear from her, and why did you choose to run possibly against her?
So I have enormous respect for Speaker Emerita Pelosi. She has moved mountains for San Francisco and for the country, and I respect her tremendously. I do not know what her plans are, whether she plans to run, only she can say. I do know that the filing deadline is just a few months away. The race is on, and so that's why I decided to get into the race.
You said that you would not make a decision until you heard from her. The clock was ticking, so you had to make a move.
Yeah, the world changed. The world has changed. We're in a different world now than we were 6 months or a year ago. Our country is at severe threat. Our democracy's under assault, and now's the time to run.
What do you bring to the table that your opponents don't bring to the table?
You know, I have a strong vision for what we need to do in this country around democracy and housing, healthcare, climate change, clean energy, and I also have a proven track record of being able to deliver on all of these issues.
And you have 100 laws since you've been state senator. What are you most proud of, and what will you bring to Congress should that be the case?
Well, I'm proud of the work we've been able to do on housing to really completely shift how California approaches housing, to make clear that we need to make it easier to build housing, and I'm proud of that work. The federal government has completely receded and abandoned housing over the last 40, 50 years. The federal government needs to get back into the business of making sure we have enough housing and that we're funding housing. We've also done a lot of work to expand access to health care, to force insurance companies to cover more mental health and addiction treatment, to lower the cost of prescription drugs. We need to take that work national as well.
Let's circle back to President Trump. I did the story last week, and many of your supporters were so proud, and they were very happy that you pushed back on President Trump. President Trump is talking about bringing the National Guard to San Francisco. Any reaction to that?
Yeah, we've been pushing back against Donald Trump all year to protect our local communities, immigrant communities, LGBTQ people, and I was able to pass a law this year to ban ICE from wearing face masks, as well as several laws to protect trans people and protect their privacy so that they're not harassed and doxxed. Trump is now talking about bringing the National Guard here, that it would be completely illegal. We don't need a National Guard here. We don't want the National Guard here. National Guard, they're Californians. These are regular people, and they're fantastic, and he's abusing the National Guard. And so we are dealing with things locally. San Francisco's on the rise. We don't need this. And Trump is not threatening to send the National Guard here to protect public safety. He's doing it in retaliation against San Francisco and other cities that he views as enemies.
Is there anything you can do legally? I know you're an attorney. Is there anything legally you can do to push back while you run for Congress?
Well, the governor and our Attorney General, Rob Bonta, and City Attorney David Chu have made very clear that they will sue if Trump sends a National Guard to San Francisco, because it is illegal, and they absolutely should do that.
Okay, as far as another story involving President Trump, Santa Clara County as well as San Jose working on making government property, public spaces, no ICE zones. Yeah. Any reaction to that, and can we see that possibly in San Francisco as well?
Well, San Francisco is a sanctuary city, and California, we just passed laws this year to try to protect schools and hospitals from ICE. We don't want ICE, frankly, in our communities. ICE is becoming a secret police force, and it's terrifying. And we certainly don't want ICE in places that are sensitive, like in schools, in hospitals, in healthcare settings, so that we don't want people to be scared to go to school or to get healthcare. And so absolutely, it's great that Santa Clara County is doing that, and San Francisco has long been a sanctuary city.
You represented the Castro district when you were a San Francisco supervisor. You said in your release this morning you would be the first LGBTQ member should you be elected to Congress. Can you expound on that? You seem to be very proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, San Francisco has been the epicenter of so much positive change for LGBTQ people. This has been just a global epicenter for our community, and San Francisco has never had an LGBTQ member of Congress, and it would be a deep honor to be able to step into that role.
Anything else you would like to add as far as you running? You are coming after a person, Nancy Pelosi, who can raise enormous amount of money. I'm sure you're fully aware of that.
Listen, I have a long track record of being able to raise funds to be able to do good things, and also being able to get things done and having a backbone and being able to stand up for the community.
I would be remiss if I did not ask you, did you ever hear back from her campaign, yes or no, whether she was going to retire or she was going to run for re-election?
I've spoken with the Speaker Emerita. I'm not going to comment on the specifics of our conversation.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Take a look at your screen. Speaking of Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, we reached out to her and she did make a comment. I don't know if you've heard it, Senator, but this is what she had to say. So I want to draw your attention to the screen. She did not address State Senator Wiener directly, but she said Speaker Pelosi is fully focused on her mission to win the Yes on 50 special election in California on November 4th. She urges all Californians to join in that mission on the path to taking back the House for the Democrats. So nothing on camera as far as Congresswoman Pelosi is concerned. I want to say thank you once again for taking the time to talk to us first on KRON4. Before I let you go, the floor is yours. You look into the camera, you can say anything you want.
No, it's been a deep honor to represent San Francisco locally and at the state level for the last 15 years, and we've worked hard and delivered for the community, and it would be an incredible honor to be able to take that fight to Washington, D.C. As our country is in such peril.
Very good. No more reports, no more attributing. You heard it from him. He made it official. He is running for Congress. Back to you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Will.